Readers, today is so exciting. We are starting a new reading unit. This unit is going to be so much fun. We are going to learn to read in a way where we sound like storytellers. We are going to use everything we know about the characters and the story to read in a storyteller voice. Last week, we worked really hard on going back and rereading our challenging books to make our voices sound smooth like we were talking. Well, today, readers, I want to teach you another way to make your reading sound smooth, just like a storyteller. Today, I'm going to teach you how readers make their voices sound like they are a step storyteller by noticing the punctuation in the book and using it. Before we begin, let's go over what punctuation is. Punctuation is how we end a sentence. We know that when we see a question mark, it tells us to make our voice sound like we are asking a question. An exclamation mark is used for big feelings. So when we see an exclamation mark, we make our voices louder. When we see a period, we know we are supposed to take a deep breath before we read on. The period is like a stop sign. So now, readers, watch me as I notice the punctuation in my book, The Three Billy Goats Gruff, and use it to make my voice sound like I am a storyteller. Listen as I read these 2 pages without paying attention to the punctuation. So, first of all came the youngest Billy Goat Gruff to cross the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap went the bridge. Who's that tripping over my bridge? Roared the troll. Ooh, that did not sound good. That sounded awful. My reading sounded just like a robot. It didn't sound like a storyteller at all. Now watch me read it again. First time, I'm going to notice the punctuation on the page. Then I'm going to think about what the punctuation tells me to do. Last, I'm going to read again using the punctuation to help my voice sound like a storyteller. Let's see. I see a period here. It tells me to take a breath. The next punctuation I see is 2 exclamation marks, here and here. So I need to make my voice a little bit louder on that part. Let's see. There's another period, so I will take another breath. Then here is a question mark. I need to make that part sound like I'm really asking a question. And here's another period. So I will take a breath. Okay, now I've looked at the punctuation on my page, so I'm ready to read using the punctuation to make my voice sound like a storyteller. So first of all came the youngest Billy Goat Gruff to cross the bridge. Trip, trap, went the bridge. Who's that tripping over my bridge? Roared the troll. Readers, did you see how the second time I read it sounded so much better than the first? The second time I used the punctuation to help me make my voice sound like a storyteller. That is what readers do. Readers notice the punctuation marks and use them to help make their voice sound like a storyteller. Readers, now it's your turn to notice the punctuation and use it to make your voice sound like a storyteller. Here's the part where the second Billy Goat Gruff comes across the bridge. I want you to take some time to look at these pages and notice the punctuation you see on both sides. What do you see? Family members, stop the video now to look for the punctuation marks. Great job, readers. You noticed the punctuation on these pages. You found the period here, here, and here. You found a question mark here, and you found 3 exclamation marks. Now that you've noticed all the punctuation, you can use it to make your voice sound like a storyteller when you read the page again. Go ahead and use the punctuation to read this page. Family members, pause the video again as the student reads the page with the punctuation. Great job, readers. You did such an awesome job. You really used the punctuation to help you make your voice sound just like a storyteller. So boys and girls, now you know how readers notice the punctuation in their books and use it to make their reading sound like a storyteller. It's time for you to go off and to read. Go to your reading spot and either read books from your home or books on the computer. Happy reading!